Let's update the budget and see where I'm at for the month with spending so far. I feel like it's been a very spendy month and we cannot have that. So let's take a look here. I have my Mint open on the other computer screen, which obviously, like I always say, I don't show you guys just so I don't accidentally show sensitive personal information. But I do have my new tracker that I'm developing. And once it's all finished, it will be available to you for free. And the reason I'm going to offer it for free is that I feel like if you are in a position where you are trying to pay off debt and grab hold of your finances, you don't need to be spending $2 to $10 on a tracker that you could get for free. So that's why it's for free. Nothing against people who charge for them. A lot of work goes into developing them, so I can really appreciate that. But my goal is, yes, I want to pay off debt. Yes, I'm getting a hold of my finances, but I also want to help educate women and help them to be financially independent, whether they are single or in a relationship or whatever, at any stage of their life. I think it is so important to have your own financial freedom, and you can do that while you're married and sharing finances with the spouse. So it's one of the things that I've been watching a lot of Caleb Hammer videos, and he's always pushing for people when they have combined finances and why aren't your finances combined? And it's really a bone of contention for me because you never know what's going to happen in life. My mom didn't know that my dad was going to pass away when he was 41 and leave her with 3 children, 2 teenagers and a 9-year-old. You don't know what the future holds. One of my friends didn't know that her husband was going to cheat on her with a 19-year-old who was cleaning their house. But it left her in a position where, thank God, her house was in her parents' name still, but it left her without money and 2 teenage daughters, and it's just story after story about a lot of women that I either know personally or, are acquaintances or whatever, however I'm meeting them, where they were relying so heavily on their spouse or partner, and then that relationship ended and it left them in a bad spot. Another friend, she was a stay-at-home mom for a long time and never earned any money. That was her job, to be a stay-at-home mom. She didn't earn any money, and so therefore there was no retirement accounts or whatever set up in her name. Everything was in her husband's name. Now she's in her 50s and trying to save up and get back those years of investment because she won't have enough to retire comfortably. So while it's great to have combined finances, it's also important to be financially independent, and that is my goal. I love my husband. I know he loves me, but if something happens to me, I don't want to leave him with all this debt. And if something happens to him, I want to make sure that I can take care of this house. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox now and get to my expenses. We have $15.98 going out. Then let's see, coffee was $5.24. Sometimes coffee is coffee and a snack or coffee and a soda. Then for school, where was that? $4.70, $4.99. The day I got sick from work, I wanted to stop and get a bagel because I thought maybe that would help my stomach. Let's see. It didn't, but the bagel was good. What is that? Just between a gift. There's a charge on here for 10. Oh, that was the consignments. Okay, I went to a pop-up consignment sale called Just Between Friends, and I paid for the early access to go into the half price night. I looked at that as like my self-care kind of thing to do. So maybe I should put that under self-care. It was nice because it was far less crowded, which made it a little bit easier to look at stuff. And it was a shorter line. I do share more about that on my other channel if you're interested in that kind of thing. Then I did consignment shopping. $48.71. That was consignment with the cause. And it turns out my principal's wife and sister-in-law work it. So I met them. That was pretty fun. Then we have $16.09. More shopping. And most of the stuff that I bought at those consignment sales is for reselling. Then I have some groceries on here for $8.10. I did buy a few things for my niece and my nephew, and one thing for my brother. And one thing for me, actually. Where was I here? Oh wait, coffee again. That was a bill, $10.38. Okay. And this is for April 11th through the 20th. So, okay, there's a few more things to put on here. Another thing for work. And another thing going out. So all of these transactions I need to put in the green. As you can see, I'm color coding all the transactions. Just that, honestly, it really just helps me to know where I'm at when I do these budget check-in videos. Here's the totals. $220, $98 and shopping for the month so far. No entertainment, no health. Coffee is $22.20. Oh, I see what happened here. I just realized there was a mistake. So my dining out is $92.09 for the month. So I did put that over here in a separate column just so I could add it up. I knew that was going to be quite a few transactions that wouldn't fit otherwise on my tracker over here. So that gets added in. And then what I realized is down here isn't really going to make a difference because that's not where I'm pulling from for the total spreadsheet. But just a quick snapshot, then we'll go back here to my car, no spending for my car. I'm at $183.94 for dining out. Groceries, I'm at $44.53. Gas, I'm at $44.03. Nothing for home and garden. Work is $8.53. $10 for self-care. And nothing for the nibblings. Well, I guess I did get some stuff for the nibblings, but that was with other items, so I'll have to work that out. So my spending for the month, oh my God, I can't even. My spending for the month is $534.26. Like, I really need to rein it in. I also wanted to break out my expenses this way to help me develop like what is a reasonable budget for spending in these categories each month. And also I want to start building some loftier goals or put sinking funds towards some loftier goals. All right, let's keep going here. Okay, so here's my totals. I'm already surpassing my spending for March, and I have quite a few outings in March. So what's really killing my budget is going out to eat. And the shopping really killed my budget too. So because some of that is for my part-time reselling business, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it on here or not. Probably gonna just move that off actually, because that should be tracked with my business expenses. I'm gonna have to take a closer look at what items I purchased that were for myself, my brother, and my nibblings, and then what is for my business. So I'll have to update that. I'm not gonna share all that with you guys right now. So we have a third of the month left to go. I'm looking at my calendar, which is quite full, to see what's coming up. So I'm looking at my schedule. I have a lot of stuff to do for school, for the class that I take, from a new certificate program, stuff for my job. And then next weekend, I have a conference that I'm attending. So I'll need some extra gas for that. But other than that, I really shouldn't be spending anything. Let me just put it out there now. Please hold me accountable. I should have very low spending for the next part of April. Please, when I do the next budget check-in to see how my spending is going, please hold me accountable and remind me that I said I shouldn't have that much spending, because I really shouldn't. And honestly, I just can't afford it. So, all right, that's all I have for today. If you want to share support for me in this debt-free journey and helping to educate women about becoming financially independent, hit the subscribe button down below. Let me know where you're at, what you're spending for the month, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya!